Howdy and good evening. Brian S. Pratt here again. So I keep getting I get messages from my fans periodically, and one of the ones I get more frequently over the years has been, why did you start writing the Morsai Saga? When did you start writing the Morsai Saga? And so forth. Well, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. February 2004, my wife walks out on me and the kids. It's just me and my 3 kids. And let's see, 2004, so my oldest would be about to turn 8 in March, and my youngest would have been 4. Yeah, I had 3. So 4 to 8 with three kids ages 4 to 8. And it had been a bad time leading up to that. I knew it was coming. She had a boyfriend, and she was going to move in with him. But I was going to start a job being a driving instructor in March 1st, and she was going to walk. But she didn't want to wait till then, so she walked out March 1st. Why did I care that I wanted her to stay? Well, a lot of it was financial at the time, but yeah. Anyway, I was trying to hold on to my family with both hands. It meant more to me to keep the family together than the pain I was going through. But I didn't realize just how much I was going through in that time. And then she was gone. The day she left was a really bad day for me. But the day after she left, when I woke up the next morning and she wasn't there, the sky was bluer. The birds sang much more beautiful. It was like this weight had been lifted off of my shoulder. I couldn't believe the amount I was under. I was like Atlas, right? Holding up the weight of the world. And it was off. It was gone. I felt so good. And so I started walking. I lost like 40 pounds. And then shortly after that, I didn't have a computer at that time. Mine had busted. I didn't have money to get another one. My uncle buys me one. He's in Canada. He lives in Edmonton, and he arranged to have a computer sent to me. So I got a tower, a screen. I got all that kind of good stuff. And I forget exactly when I got that computer, but it was after she left me, and it was that computer that allowed me to start writing. And why did I start writing? Well, first off, I didn't write it to make money. I just wanted to write it. I just thought it'd be really neat to write a book. Plus, I was waiting on authors to come up to release their next book. They were taking forever to do it, years and years and years. I know my fans are going to be laughing at me at this point, but I was getting so impatient. So I was getting irritated at these guys. How hard can it be to put out a new book? And well, I know now how the longer your series goes, the harder that next book is, because you got to rationalize everything that came before. I'm writing my 11th book on this series. Morsai Saga was 7, Travella Dark Mage. I've got 1, 2, 3 out. I'm working on number 4. So I'm working on the 11th book of this series. So everything these characters do has to be rational and consistent with what happened in the previous 10 books. Plus, it has to be rational and consistent in this book. And you got, that's not what this is about. So I sat down and I thought, okay, I want to write a book that I would want to read. I didn't write it for anybody else but myself. I wrote a story that I would buy. I wrote a story that I would love to read. I wrote a story that I couldn't find anywhere else. It may have been out there. I just couldn't. I just didn't know or located it. So March 1st, 2005. I sat down and started chapter 1, the Morsai Saga, which I'm currently reading on YouTube. Well, anyway, so I just started writing, and the words just poured out of me. I mean, I finished that book in months, and the next book started rolling, and I wanted a few things in this book. One, I had just gotten off of the latest Wheel of Time story, and I had gotten to the point with that series. The first 3 or 4 books, best fantasy ever. I mean, it was unbelievably good. And then it got into what I think was like a soap opera. Book after book, longer after longer. Nothing going on. You know, the main characters, you hardly see them. You have this other stuff with all these other people doing things that frankly, I wasn't interested in. So I wanted to do a few things. One, I wanted to follow the main character through the whole thing, which in the Morsai Saga, all 7 books, you mainly do see only James. I mean, occasionally I might do another perspective, but it didn't last long. And I mean, 95%, what James saw, you saw. What James knew, you knew. What he didn't know, what he didn't see, you didn't know, and you didn't see. So that way, whatever he came at was fresh, and you didn't know what was coming. Because if you tell both sides of it, then you kind of can guess what's coming next. But with James, you don't, because I don't talk about the other side. And so I wanted that. I wanted something interesting in every single chapter. I don't want to have a chapter where they're just going from one town to the next, or they're just hanging out and talking. I want action. That's why in some chapters things happen that don't make any sense. But those become plot seeds later, and I've addressed that in another video. And so, yeah, that's what I want. I wanted to follow the main character and have something interesting in every single chapter, whether it was a battle or something, just something interesting. And based on the response of the people who have read it, I guess it really resonates with a whole lot of people. So that's pretty much why I've written it, when I wrote it. So I started the first word of the Unsuspecting Mage, book 1 of the Morsai Saga. First word was written March 1st, 2005. It was published December 1st, 2005. That's right. 9 months later, it was published through iUniverse, a vanity publisher. I paid like $2,000 for it. And yeah, it cost me a lot of money to get all the Morsai Saga published. And yeah, sales didn't really kick off for me until I got got away from them and went with Smashwords. Smashwords just skyrocketed me and did really well. And I've been living off of it ever since. Anyway, I just want to answer that question and let you know. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd appreciate any likes, or if you wanted to follow me, that'd be great too. So just, there you go. That's when I started writing, why, and what I wanted to accomplish. And I think I did pretty good. Anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see you again later.